Hi everyone, Jodie here in the Thrive Law today, come into the office to do a couple of videos on race discrimination. Now at Thrive Law we represent so many people every single day who have been discriminated against at work because of their race, their religion and other protected characteristics, but I'm really going to focus on the race discrimination claims. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to create some videos, some memes, some blogs to break down what the legal position is, what you can do as individuals and how we can help you. So first of all, what is race discrimination? Well, today I'm going to focus on direct discrimination. Direct discrimination is the most obvious because you effectively are doing it because of their race. So it's usually very, very obvious and it's actually the least common. Most forms of racism at work are much more subtle, but we'll start with direct discrimination. It's set out in the Equality Act, and if you have been treated less favourably because of your race, so for example you have been refused a job, a promotion, an opportunity in the workplace, and you don't actually have to be employed, so with unfair dismissal you have to have been employed for more than 2 years. With discrimination you could be a job applicant, so if you think that because of your the way your name sounds and on your job application that you didn't get the interview, or because of your skin colour when you turn up to an interview, those are examples of race discrimination and that's not okay, and you can pursue an organisation for race discrimination where they have done that. Now if you're going to do that, there are a couple of options. First of all, I would say if you're an employee, explore internally what you can do first. If you think that the discrimination has been so bad that actually it breaks the confidence that you have and the trust in that relationship, then perhaps the internal process doesn't really help, and actually you may want to consider leaving. But ordinarily we'd encourage people to try and reach a resolution within that organisation. It might be that there's one particular person that's the culprit, and then if you bring a grievance about that person, so that's basically a written complaint within your organisation, the organisation can then deal with that and hopefully deal with it in a way that shows that they don't condone that behaviour. Now, organisations are actually liable for the acts of their staff. So if they don't deal with that properly, they could be the ones liable in tribunal. So it's really important for businesses to address these situations, these grievances, however it manifests in the workplace, whether it's formally, informally, or whether you just simply have a conversation with your manager and talk about the way that you have been racially discriminated against at work. It has to be taken seriously. If it's not, it could be the company that are liable in tribunal. So once you've got to that point, a lot of the time what we find, and the reason why we represent people, is that they actually come to us because they've tried all those things and actually they don't want to work at that organisation anymore, or they've been sacked because of their race, or they've been forced to leave because of their race. Now, if any of those things have happened, the next step is to go to ACAS and to go to the Employment Tribunal, and that's something we at Thrive can help with. We do loads of cases like this all of the time, so please do reach out. We have a free helpline at the moment where we can do a free initial assessment of your case. It's absolutely no obligation, and actually just to know what your rights are, it's really, really helpful for people to know sooner rather than later, simply because there is a time limit and we are forever having to turn people away just because they haven't come to us in enough time. You have to bring a claim within 3 months. If you don't want to bring a claim, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to bring a claim, you have to do it within 3 months from when the discrimination occurred. So it's so, so, so important that you actually address that sooner rather than later. And even if you're going through an internal process, what might happen is the employer might take too long. You still have to issue that claim or start the ACAS process. You can't wait for that process to finish because actually the time limits still run. They're separate to your internal process. Loads of information there, literally a whistle-stop tour. I actually teach this at university in like a couple of hours. So, you know, this is a really complex area, but I'm just trying to explain it in a way, hopefully, that a couple of people can relate to. Hopefully people will reach out on the helpline and use that free resource. We'll also be doing a blog which will explain some of the case studies that we've done here at Thrive, but also some case law, so you can see how it actually manifests in the workplace on a factual basis. you've got any questions, like I say, there's loads of information there. Please do drop us an email on our BLM support line, reach out to us, and if you found this helpful, please share it. We want to help as many people as possible, and it's very much at the top of our agenda to eliminate discrimination in the workplace, and I think it's really important that we do that through the power of education. Thank you for watching, and please keep an eye out for all of the other resources that we'll be putting out, both on Instagram, YouTube, and all of our other social media platforms. Thank you for watching.